Bangalore region. So our bonds get every time closer and closer, and we hope we do wonderful things together. Just something brand new last week, a global grant between District 3141 and my club has been approved. It's a concerns surgery of children in India. So you see, working together as a team, we can do really great things. Together, the topic of my presentation is something that concerns every Rotarian, every single Rotarian. It's leadership, stewardship, because every Rotarian is a leader. So allow me to share my screen to see a little bit better. Okay. I don't know. Okay, I hope you can see the presentation, okay? Everything is fine. Wonderful. So let us start thinking, what is leadership and who is a good leader? Leadership means trying to do something good and change the world for better and bring improvement, bring new ideas, bring fresh and innovative initiatives into our organization. And of course, it means make the difference. We all want to make the difference because our organization, it's a vital organism. It's something that needs to evolve and adapt to the current circumstances. Leadership means support. A good leader offers support. And whenever he's asked for help, he's there. And he motivates. He's a dreamer. He inspires, his team. He sets up goals which are measurable and achievable. And of course, with all his efforts, his team leads to success. He knows how to contribute. In every way, everyone is asking him to do so. But of course, he has to work as a team. He's a leader of a team. Teamwork is the key asset to success. Just a question, something we could even discuss later. Is a leader born or developed? For instance, Mahatma Gandhi was a leader. He was a great leader. He did so many things for your country. But Adolf Hitler also was a leader. So you see the difference. In certain families, especially in politicians, we can see, their ancestors, their children and grandchildren become politicians. Is it something in the genes? Are they born leaders? On the other hand, we can see people who are not really very prominent, who keep a low profile, and then gradually they become great leaders. So this is a very nice question to discuss. In my humble opinion, I believe it is both. There are certain people who really are born leaders, but they need also training. They need also to develop their leadership skills. And others who are not so qualified, they're not so talented, but they can become excellent leaders because they try, they work on it, and they are trained. So I believe that perhaps we'll have the opportunity to see what we do in Rotary for this. A leader has a vision. He's, as I said, a dreamer. He must think very, very in a broad way, and broaden the horizons of his team. He's a source for his objectives, and he schedules his goals. He's never tired. Whenever he's asked, he serves his values and his people. This is the right verb to use. He serves. He's in a way a good servant, but also at the same time, he's a role model. He's something you can see on a podium, and then everybody wants to become like a good leader. He develops good relations on a foundation of trust because his team trusts him. That's very important. He's not imposed, People whom he serves really want to be like him and they trust him. That's very important. So he must not deceive them. A leader must ask for feedback. It's very important to know what his predecessors have already done. We must not start something from point zero. We must know what has been before, the achievements, the successes, even the mistakes, and what we must avoid. So feedback, it's always very important. As we said, he motivates, he inspires, his audience. He listens. It's very important to listen. Sometimes it is even more important to listen than to speak, because then you can think about what you have heard and then make the right plan and program. He gives appreciation. It costs nothing to say thank you. And people are really waiting for that. And especially in organizations like Rotary, where people are volunteers, appreciation is so, so important. Make people happy, thank them, and then you motivate them to continue what they have done. Also, a good leader should prepare his people or team to become leaders. Continuity in leadership, it's very important. Very often we hear in clubs, in districts, when I was club president, when I was district governor, when I was RI director, I did that. Okay, but think about who is going to succeed you. What you have achieved is not just for 1 year, it's a setup for the next year, for the future, and for making our organization great. Let's now speak about this term. We hear the word stewardship in many, many aspects, the recent time. Let's start from the early origins. The concept of stewardship has roots in ancient texts. In all religions, we can see this concept of stewardship, where humans are given dominion over creation. In the Middle Ages, stewardship referred to the role of a steward who was responsible of a large household or an estate. So the steward was taking care of this property, and he had to give reports to the owner about, how things were done. And he was a person whom the landowner trusted. In the course of the year, the meaning of stewardship expanded beyond the domestic sphere to include oversight of law courts, of organizations like ours, and even the environment. The stewardship of the environment, now it's something very important. For instance, now in Greece, to have 45 degrees, it's not normal. We're suffering because the average temperature is 35, but due to climate change, we have suffered from fires, from floods, but of course, it's all over the world. It's not only my country. I'm just saying my personal experience. So stewardship of the environment is something very, very important. In recent decades, stewardship has become a key concept in discussions about sustainability. Another concept, another word we hear often, climate change and responsible land management. The term is now used in different contexts, reflecting its broad application to various aspects of care and responsibility. We see here the stewards in an aeroplane, the stewards in different, places. So let's now combine the word stewardship with leadership. Stewardship means undertake voluntarily responsibility to care for something or someone. So it's something that we do voluntarily. It comes from within, it's not something imposed. Building trust within yourself while keeping your commitment to others. So I believe this is a vice versa approach. You give, but at the same time you take. Stewardship cannot be imposed upon anyone. It comes from within, not from outside. Why we need stewardship? Everyone and everything needs care. Our children need care. Our employees, even a plant, you have in a pot in your house needs care. Animals need care. If you have a pet, you take care of it. So care, it's something that everyone and everything needs. Care, and thus stewardships, are fundamental for sustainable success. Care and stewardship are very, very close. Stewardship is at the core of successful leadership. We cannot have good leadership without stewardship. The current president of Rotary International, Francesco Arezzo, started his presentation. Perhaps you've seen him, his video said, I don't believe in leadership styles. We don't want to have, different leadership styles. We just want to have steward leadership. What are the values of stewardship? Stewardship as a way of living is caring for other people and things, as we said. It's not just, a word. It's a way of living. It's a concept. It's a philosophical, let's say, approach of life, stewardship. Stewardship as course of action is abiding prosperity and success. Through stewardship, we can be successful and prosperous. Stewardship thus requires a holistic, a global, long-term view. It rejects indifference and irresponsibility. So now I hope you have understood why we use the term steward leadership in Rotary. Steward leadership means constantly seeking solutions and striving to create a better future, a better world, a better environment, while balancing the needs of others, of society, of future generations. We do care a lot about future generations, and of course, the environment. Steward leaders are proactive in succeeding by doing good in the world. They must not wait until something happens. They must really be proactive and act before, in advance of something, even good or bad. They are high achievers who thrive on giving rather than taking. As we said, when you give, you get back a lot of things. You can even get more than what you have given. They create happiness, resilience, and fulfillment for themselves while building success for others. So I believe that steward leaders are clever people. Huh? How develop steward leadership skills within Rotary? Of course, by example. A good club president, a good district governor is a role model. Even senior leaders, regional leaders, they lead by example. And of course, we have our training within Rotary. The most important programs is RILA and RLI. And I'm very happy that together we have people who are involved in RLI in India in this conversation. Leading is getting the conscious yes of my team. And it's you perhaps walk in advance. You are the first and the others follow. But don't forget, we work as a team, as a whole. Leadership is included in Rotary's core values. You see, my friends, in Rotary, there are certain things which are negotiable and other things which are not negotiable. For instance, we have new concepts like the DI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, regional adaptability. These things are negotiable. We want to have them or we don't want to have them, how we apply, how we progress. But our core values are not negotiable. They're all going always to be, for us, as a lighthouse where we can go and work and get inspired. Our core values are fellowship, integrity, diversity, service, and of course, leadership. Let's speak a little bit about RILA and RLI. RILA, it's a Rotary Youth Leadership Award. We have excellent RILAs all over the world with great participation. Young people love RILA. And RLI, of course, is the Rotary Leadership Institute. I have personally attended two RLIs, and believe me, they have helped me a lot in my Rotarian career. I learned a lot of things, even how to speak, how to walk in a room, and all these things. And then you realize what leadership is. It's very, very important. Nevertheless, since our organization is always progressing, at the higher levels of Rotary, we're discussing of improving those programs, even change them a little bit and making them better. The programs are there, and it's the programs committee who is taking care of all these programs, and being part of this committee. Next year is going to be my last year. I hope we'll all, and with your suggestions, of course, improve the programs which already are very, very good and very effective all over the world. But always improvement is welcome. I hope you agree with me. Don't forget, my friends, that together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities and in ourselves. This is our vision statement. This is our dream. This is what we believe in, and every Rotarian is working for this vision statement. Of course, since our visions were people of action, our vision statement has 4 pillars. You know them, I'm sure. It's increase our impact, expand our reach, enhance participant engagement, and increase our ability to adapt. It's our action plan priorities. I'm sure that in your district also you promote a lot the action plan and take care to enhance each of these 4 priorities. In all these priorities, leadership is very important. We cannot increase our impact without being a leader. If we want to reach out to different audiences, we must create good leaders. I leave for the end the 3rd priority. And to increase our ability to adapt, also, it's in a way, we need also to be good leaders. But I believe that the 3rd priority, enhance participant engagement, is more related to leadership. Let's see. According to the 3rd priority of our action plan, we have to support clubs to better engage their members. We want members who are motivated, who participate in the life of their clubs. We also develop a participant-centered approach to deliver value. Each and every Rotarian is unique. Each and every Rotarian can bring his wisdom, his feelings, and new ideas to his club and in general to Rotary. We offer new opportunities for personal and professional connection. But also, according to our 3rd priority, we provide leadership development and skills training. So though leadership is included in the 4 priorities of our action plan, it's a little bit more crucial for the 3rd priority, enhanced participant engagement. Now, I believe it's worthwhile speaking how we open opportunities for young leaders. At each level, club level, district level, regional level, and senior leadership, we need fresh ideas. We need young leaders. That said, it doesn't mean that we do not appreciate the wisdom and the knowledge of Rotarians of a certain age who have demonstrated their ability to do good in the world. But of course, we cannot be stagnant. We need successors, and youth, Rotarian youth, is going to be our successors. What do young people expect from Rotary? First of all, they will expect fellowship. They love, to have fun and organize excursions, events. They're enthusiastic about projects, and they do it with a big smile. Sometimes we, who are a little bit older, get tired more easily, while young people, young Rotarians are more, flexible and willing to work. They want involvement in community and international service projects. We have all these international projects, international meetings, which youth loves. They are asking for opportunities of social networking. And of course, since they are experts in new technologies, better than us, they socialize in more advanced and more progressive way. They experience the internationality of Rotary. They develop professional networking, and they want also to develop leadership skills. I'll give you an example from my district. During the economic crisis in Greece, hopefully it's over now, quite a long time ago, as Rotarians, we asked ourselves how we can help our youth. We need young leaders in our country to overcome the crisis. So as Rotarians, of course, it was impossible for us to find jobs for everyone. So we created what we called EPN, as the Institute of Promotion of Youth Entrepreneurship, where you offered, in collaboration with the University of Athens, Rotary and the University of Athens, we developed leadership skills for youth. And Rotarians were mentors for these young people. It has worked very, very well because those young people were equipped with leadership skills and they became entrepreneurs. They started their startups. Some of them worked in other companies where we could help them to find a job. And now we continue this effort, though hopefully Greece, it's now going very well as a country, and we continue because we realized that within Rotary, we need this kind of initiatives, we need to develop professional networking and develop leadership skills for our youth. Coming back to what young Rotarians and Rotaractors need from Rotary, are asking from Rotary. They want to take advantage of Rotary and TRF youth programs. It's amazing how they are motivated to do things. They want to participate in international events. As I said, whenever we have international events, they are present. And of course, they want to have fun. Rotary, for all, I believe, is and should be, above all, fun. Let's come now to Rotaract. As you know, since 2019 at the COL, which was really a big revolution for Rotary, Rotaract is no longer a Rotary program. It is Rotary. The elevation of Rotaract has really opened new opportunities to youth and to Rotaract. Were just something that I must say, some people who criticized the elevation of Rotaract said that now are we going to increase our membership just by adding the number of Rotaractors into the total membership of Rotarians? Definitely not. We're going to count Rotarians separately from Rotaractors. It was a concept that came from Barry Racine, was the architect for this elevation. It was just to give them more chances, to give them more opportunities, to be more active, and to allow them not to be the subordinates of Rotarians, to be equal to Rotarians. So far, the results, 5 years now, are really amazing. We see more action from Rotaractors, we see them in leadership roles, and we see more projects. They increase their impact to their local societies, and I believe in a way they're happier. Rotary opens opportunities to young leaders. Yes, we have done a lot the past years. Rotaractors are invited as members of the organizing committee of major events. They have a role. In November, we're going to have an international meeting in Athens. It's for the first time we combine ICCs, the inter-country committees, with public image. So in the organizing committees, we have certain Rotaractors because we want to hear their voice. It should be great if you can come, since we have an ICC with India also. It's in November. Young Rotarians and Rotaractors are presenters or panelists in Rotary meetings, PEDs, and institutes. 2 years ago in Bucharest, we just wanted to give appreciation to the best panel discussion. And all of us agreed that the panel discussion of Rotaract was the best. Though the other panel discussions were also very strong and very motivating, but Rotaractors were really amazing on stage. It's this enthusiasm we need in Rotary. Rotaractors, they serve as members of district committees and regional teams. We have assistant coordinators who are Rotaractors. For instance, still, at least I don't know, in my part of the world, we didn't see a regional coordinator. It's assistants so far, but why not? They're members or chairs of variety committees for the first time. In the programs committee last year, the chair was a young, she has dual membership, Rotaractor and Rotarian, Becky Giblin from the Fiji Islands. It was for the first time that in a RAI committee we had someone who was young as chair of the committee, and it has worked. They serve as presidential representatives since the year of past President Jennifer Jones to district conferences. And we'll see. Of course, if something works well, we're going to adapt it. If something doesn't work well, we're going to revise. But we have to try. We have to try to open to give new opportunities to leadership, But even if we make mistakes, it's not dramatic. We learn from our mistakes. It's better than to be stagnant, to dare. Some thoughts. We do not have enough database on volunteer leadership based on age. We know, for instance, if it's female or male leadership, but not the age. So perhaps that could help us a little bit if we could have database based on age to see what goes well and what doesn't go well. Membership committees should develop strategies to increase the percentage of young leaders in Rotary per region. What do I mean by that? Regional adaptability It's a new concept in Rotary as well. Things that work good in India perhaps do not work good in Africa, do not or work better, in Europe. We must adapt our efforts and our plans to regional prerequisites. This is something you'll hear more and more in the future, the concept of regional adaptability. It's very, very important to take decisions which really take in consideration regional parameters. That applies also for the DI concept. We discuss a lot about diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's something, it's not one size does not fit all. You must really consider what's better for your country, what's better for your club, what's better for your small region, for your community. So regional adaptability, we have to have a good discussion on that as well. We must expand the pool of eligible candidates for district, regional, and senior leadership. We must think out of the box. We must not have, these fixed ideas. This one is good, this one is not good. But that said, to avoid the misperception, it doesn't mean that someone who belongs to a certain group of age is good to become a leader, and the other who does not belong to that group of age is not good. It doesn't mean because someone is over 50 or 60 that he is wise and he's going to be a brilliant leader. No, perhaps he can be 80 and be a good leader. He can be even 85 and he can be a good leader. It's a question of personality. It's a question of the person. Or someone, because he's young, okay, he's going to be a great leader. No. We have to see and evaluate each person according to his actions, to his profile, to what he has considered. What I'm trying to say is that we don't want to have barriers. In the past, we had barriers. Youth was a little bit neglected. If a Rotaractor made a mistake, it was the mistake because he was young, he was a little. If a Rotarian made a mistake, okay, people make mistakes, So this is something we have to change, We must open doors for new ideas. We must attempt fresh approaches and diverse opinions in decision making. Our organization is changing. It's changing a lot. We have these pilots, in Australia, New Zealand, and UK. And we'll see even the leadership model, the governance of Rotary may change. We don't know. We'll see. So Rotary wants, it's a vital organization. It wants to evolve. We cannot stay the same all over the year. We must invest in innovation. Innovation, it's very, very important. We must make real and meaningful change in perspectives, attitudes, and organizational culture. I happen to be a daughter of a Rotarian. My father was district governor in the 78, 80, something like around there. Rotary was completely different, completely. And many, of course, at that time, women were not accepted in Rotary, but many, even young people, didn't dare join Rotary because they were afraid of all this protocol, of all these things. We see that now we have a different Rotary, which is more flexible. Flexibility is something we want in Rotary. So that said, I believe that on time, okay? Selections for leadership roles are based on skills and ability, and they are not barriers to diversity. What I mean, as just said, it's a good leader can be of any age. It depends on what he really is offering and how he can be a steward leader. And as John Quincy Adams says, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Thank you for your attention. Thank you. Okay.
That was very lovely and inspiring to hear from you, Katharina, and especially the new dimensions, right, of stewardship into leadership. We thought leadership was all, but now there's a new dimension of stewardship, right, from a leadership perspective. So we do have a lot of questions. The first question is very interesting. It addresses something that is very crucial and dear across the Rotary world. Does stewardship and membership have a correlation with respect to Rotary? We are not
Just
good at.
are the questions, sorry, Mohan, are the questions written somewhere so we can, or you just,
I'm
just,
just, I will brief it out very slowly. Is there
yeah.
is there a correlation between stewardship and leadership in Rotary from a membership context? Because if you have not understood the stewardship dimensions of membership, is that the reason our retention rates are not good? Can we do something about it? What do you suggest?
Yeah. First of all, we must enhance this concept of steward leadership within Rotary. Otherwise, we had cases of arrogant people who are just leaders. It's the ego. It's very developed in Rotary in many aspects. So we had a lot of problems. We can see that the district governors, they sometimes they believe they are gods, and they all the others have to obey. So I believe that presentations like that, enhancing this idea of serving through leadership, will be very, very helpful in PETS or at district level, and also at the assembly, when the district governors are, trained. So it's not me and the others, it's us. And the steward leader should serve the others. So we need a little bit more training. We need more discussion about it. So it's really very, very important that we understand that. And at least in my part of the world, we face many problems by district governors who believe it's them and nothing else. They can do whatever they want. And they take the manual of procedures and they say, okay, the district governor has to do that. But it's not only that, okay, it's how you feel, how the members of your district see you. You should be, someone who serves them, not someone who, not a dictator, It's something we need to promote and enhance the discussion more often, even at club level.
Beautiful,
It's
beautiful.
very important.
So you're telling it is not about I, it is about we, and it is about us. It is
Exactly.
all about the stakeholders. Very beautifully put across. Thank you very much.
Yes.
The second question is that you referred DI as a non-negotiable. But don't you feel belonging, right, is the crux of everything that what we do in Rotary? Because of lack of belonging is right where we see, right, the numbers and other things that are shrinking. And we've been stagnant for 15 years. How is it that DI is not negotiable in comparison to the core values?
No, DI is negotiable. It's
Okay.
the contrary. I said the contrary. That diversity, equity, and inclusion are negotiable. What is not is the core values of Rotary are not negotiable. They're there. It's our testament in a way. While all the new ideas, regional adaptability, we can discuss about it. DI, you can discuss about it. That what is negotiable. That's what I'm telling. While the core values, our core values, it's diversity, leadership, and so on. They are there. You can interpret them in the way you feel them, but they are not negotiable. They're there, you know.
Okay.
DI is negotiable. We need diversity, equity, and inclusion in Rotary. Definitely, it's a new concept we enhance. And even just for your information, when Trump, you know, made his declarations about DI and about sometimes about sexual orientation and so on, Rotary took a position statement and said we continue to enhance a DI concept within Rotary.
Yes, in fact, that was one of the questions by one of our Rotarians in terms of what is the stance of Rotary International. I'm happy that you have spelled it up. Now, from a stewardship perspective, you're telling that we don't own the vision statement. It's a very authoritative statement. Instead, we lead the vision through the action plan. Correct? So stewardship is all about leading. Stewardship is all about consensus, going together, working together as a team in a collaborative manner. Any specific examples you have come across where probably we've seen the benefit of this?
Yeah, our vision statement, it's our guideline, you know, and through steward leadership, we can achieve our, you know, vision statement. Steward leadership, for instance, when you participate in immunization, this is a kind of steward leadership. You serve others, and then you get what you have achieved. What our RI presidents are doing sometimes, you know, they run around the world. They are really, it's not only for pleasure. Believe me, it's hard. This is steward leadership because they serve our organization, even taking risks for their health and everything. It's a really tough program for 2 years, not only one, even the year, you know, you're elected. This is steward leadership. We have a lot of examples like that in Rotary.
Okay, thank you. So one more question on how can we make or drive the stewardship rationale to the Rotractors effectively?
Yeah, we have to get closer to our Rotaractors and start listening to their voice, to listen to their aspirations. And with this dialogue, we can work better with Rotaractors. And we must not oppose whenever a Rotaractor gets a position. If it's he's a good Rotaractor, that's the point, not any Rotaractor. And because we have examples when we gave them the opportunity to do something, it was a failure, you know. But what I try to say is that we must not create barriers to youth. We leave them, we evaluate them as we evaluate people who are no longer at the age of Rotaractors, you know. It's evaluation has no limit of age, you know. It's for everyone, it's the same because there's a misunderstanding sometimes on behalf of the Rotaractors. Because they are Rotaractors, they can do anything, they know anything, and they want to do. No, we have to evaluate, but not to exclude them, to give them the opportunity to prove what they can do.
Your example on building leadership skills in the youth of Greece during your economic crisis, was a very good example. Any specific areas you focused on?
Yeah, we just wanted, because there was a brain drain at that time, you know, all youth left, and we wanted to keep our youth in the country. So we needed. And it has worked because these people were better equipped, apart their academical knowledge, by these workshops to set up their own job, to find opportunity, to increase in a way their entrepreneurship. And it has worked so well, even better than we expected. So we keep it now. Now we continue this Institute of Youth Entrepreneurship, and we even have more and more people. And at the same time, we hope to increase our membership through people who can see what Rotary is offering. Because there are a lot of misperceptions, like all over the world, that we're just social, we're having just social events, we're just enjoying ourselves, they're just going for dinners. And okay, we do some good things, but mainly that we socialize and everything, which is not good. With initiatives like the EPN, we show that we do care, and we want to do something, which is more viable and more sustainable within Rotary for our country. So whenever you want, I can give you even more information on the Institute.
Absolutely. I will write to you about that, and then I can share with fellow Rotarians. And the last question, how can ICCs enhance the public image and awareness of Rotary?
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. That's a very nice question. I love that. I'm honorary president of the ICC Association, so I strongly believe in ICCs. They are doing extraordinary things. Let's see, in Ukraine, in the war in Ukraine, you cannot imagine the projects done by the ICCs. Water filters, we helped medical equipment in hospitals. ICCs were present there. It's one of the best, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, non-official Rotary programs. It's not an official Rotary program, the ICCs, but they are doing excellent work. So there was an effort to have them as a Rotary program, but that didn't pass by the board of directors. But now, not by the board of directors, by the programs committee. But now we're trying to give them a little bit more appreciation for what they are doing, because in the course of the years, they're doing excellent things. That's why we, for the first time, we thought of doing a combined institute in Athens to promote how to find ways to see how we could better promote the ICCs. They need a little bit more public image, the ICCs.
Sure.
And sometimes concerning the ICCs, there are different opinions, because others believe that, it should be great if they become an official Rotary programs, but others within the ICC world believe that it's better to have this flexibility of a non-official Rotary program, and they're doing excellent things. We'll see how it's going to evolve.
Sure. So we look forward to that. And with this, I hand over the floor to our governor, Sridhar. Over to you, Sridhar.
Yeah, Katrina, that was an excellent interaction with you. I like the way you explained, how to attract young members, actually, particularly, to show them the internationality of Rotary. So I have a lot of concern as a governor. We are facing a lot of problem, retaining young members. Actually, it's easy for us to bring them, but holding them is quite difficult, because retention is an issue now we are facing. And the point what you made, a few points, particularly, to showing the internationality of Rotary. With reference to that, I have an invitation, a request for you that shall we have some kind of, on behalf of Rotary District 3191, I would like to invite few families to our part of our country, and we would like to send few youngsters to your part of the country if it is possible. That is one request. So that is to show the internationality of Rotary. That is one. And I also like the idea of ICC on public image. We talk more about Rotary within our family, but we are not spelling out what Rotary is doing outside the world. I mean, we are doing that, but it's not to the extent, actually. So that's an excellent idea. So these are the 2 points, I'd like to bring it to your notice. The first thing is, youngsters, particularly those who joined 1 or 2 years. Of course, I think other part of the country also, we are facing that issue to retain the members. I think that is a great point you mentioned, that, we need to show the internationality of Rotary. And on behalf of District 3191, it's my invitation. And I would like to have the same reciprocal from your district as well. That is one of our requests. Thank you, Katrina, for the excellent.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I hope that we'll start a more close collaboration between our districts, and it should be great if some of you join us in Athens in November, you know.
Yes. So, friends, I think quite a few are here today, and this is the first series of our leadership initiative from Leadership and Development Team, led by Mohan Kumar. So the next month, speaker is already lined in. We'll be informing you in a couple of days, the exact date. So, Katrina, when is your next visit to Bangalore?
I don't know, soon, I hope.